we got a tough stretch coming up this week. Last week, just speaking about last week, we had two games I felt we played really hard and played well. We just didn't finish the game. The guys played hard, man. They played extremely hard. If you go back and just watching tape, I've watched that tape over and over again the last two ball games, especially Saturday game. It was a bit disappointing how we finished, but I'm proud of the guys, how they've been fighting and competing every day. So we moving forward to this week. We got Texas State again, who we just played last week. We got to obviously make some changes to guarding them and attacking them. And we just had a great practice today, so I'm looking forward to these games coming up this week.
What, when you look back at the Texas State film, was the big issue that y'all got to fix in defending?
Not let our offense dictate our defense. And that's easily said than done because that's just human nature. We go through stretches and not scoring, every game. And that just is what it is with our team. But we still got to continue to defend and rebound and play at a high level on the defensive side of the ball. And I felt we just had guys just out of position, wrong place, wrong time. And that's very correctable and fixable.
With Jeremiah, is it the turnover potential, the foul potential? Sometimes it's defense he seems to play well. Sometimes it's offense he seems to play well. But he seems to have offensive potential other than Mustafa to score in the lane. So what is it going to take, or in your mind, to say, well, we need to try to tap into that, or there are other areas I'm not considering?
Well, with Jay, he's as a young kid, he's very talented offensively. And I've been beating myself up because I've been meaning to try to give him more minutes on the court just to help us offensively because he can score the ball down on the block. But also, I've been looking at defensive matchups and trying to make sure we matched up defensively inside. And so it's just all about gut feeling. Kyron Ratliff came and played well the last two games. Zeke Cook, I kind of wanted to keep him matched up against Pope last game. But that kind of takes away from Jeremiah minutes. But I got to find a way to get him more minutes and be able to help us out on the court because he can do some things that really helps us.
I'm sure the opponent matters. Like Texas State used to be this team. If you scored 60 points, you had a great chance of winning. Well, that's not the case anymore. So, like, how much is the opponent playing for that in terms of how many points you need to score to win a game?
I think it plays into a factor every game. Texas State, they scored 89 points against us. That's too many points for me. I was really upset about that. And we got to do a better job of guarding them, taking them out of the stuff that they like to do. They run a lot of different sets, and we got to key in on certain guys. They shooters. Pope, obviously, keep them off the free throw line. We got to do a better job in those areas. And we got to find the ways to manufacture points, too. Some of our guys have not been shooting the ball well, but they've been putting in extra work, building their confidence up. So I'm expecting those guys to jump up and make shots for us and make plays for us on Thursday night.
When you look at from a closing standpoint, obviously you got a guy like Mustafa that can go get a bucket, but who else are you kind of looking towards right now to say, like, hey guys, when we are in these final moments, kind of similar to what it was Saturday, we need somebody else to come up and go get their own bucket too?
Well, we got a multitude of guys. Jeremiah is a guy that we can throw out there, obviously post him up closer to the basket and try to get him to his jump hook. Obviously Kentrell Garnett can make a shot, make big shots that he's made throughout his career. Christian Wright, Mike Thomas, Brandon Hardy, guys like that. It's just all about, timing, rhythm, right personnel in at the right time. I felt, Kentrell had some wide open shots that he's going to make. I know he's going to make them shots. And he missed them, because Kentrell does a lot of things for us on the court. And he missing a shot, I'll take that any day of the week. But we got to just mix and match the right guys on the court at the right time.
Mike seemed to have a bunch of balls that just could have went in. They just didn't. He just didn't have any luck with it. But I'm sure he's still getting back into it too. Like, where is he in that process to being closer, like where he was when he was playing well?
Well, Mike had one practice before that game coming off his injury. And, he played well. He was winded. He did get winded. A lot of them shots that he took are shots that he can make. I thought the 1-3 that he took at the top of the key, we ran a little set play. I knew that ball was going in. It just didn't go in. He had a layup late in the second half, I think, got knocked out of bounds or the guy blocked it. But Mike is a kid that can make shots. He's a pass-first point guard, but we always tell him, Mike, look for your shot because you have a nice pull-up game and you can make shots for us. So having him back healthy, full week of practice is going to help us with our depth and just finding a certain rhythm with guys out there on the court at the same time.
I'm a little worried about where Kendall is in terms of at times he early on it seemed like he was building and then he's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle sometimes. What about him?
Kendall is a guy who he's steady. You know, he shows emotions on the court sometimes, but he's steady every day. He comes in, he works every day. He hasn't been making his threes like he was early in the year. I think a couple games he made like 2 or 3 in the game before. But I just tell Kendall, play to his strengths. You know, play to your strengths. You obviously a great defender for us. You can rebound. And I just told him, just continue to play with confidence. You know, you're going to knock down the next shot. Or if not, drive to the basket, use your athleticism, get to the rim. So he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. You know, I told him that we wanted to do some different things to try to let him see the game from a different standpoint to start off the game and then bring him in and just bring us energy off the bench.
There's always, with the new format of the tournament, everybody's looking at like standing seedings, where you be. Do y'all have a target? Is there a spot? Do you talk to the team about that? Is it just the coaching staff, or do you just go get it?
Our target is Texas State on Thursday. Like I told the guys today, I say, guys, our biggest focus right now is focusing in on practice today, then focus on practice tomorrow. You know, we'll lock in on Texas State and scout report and stuff like that. We can't look too far ahead. You know, we just got to keep building and building. In the back of my mind, I saw that bracket and stuff when it first came out. When they did it, I was like, wow. But we just got to focus on the task at hand right now.
I know you could tell by the look on your face and hearing the comments from the players that were there. Saturday's loss was the hardest one to get over. Like, where's the team now?
I think mentally they're in a great place because we had a great practice today. It was high-spirited, high energy. Guys was locked in. You know, it was focused on everything we was doing. It was just all about us today. You know, obviously having the break in between on Sunday, get a chance to get away from it. But guys know we're right there. You know, they close. And I told them after the game how proud we are of them for fighting and fighting and fighting. And things going to fall our way pretty soon. And I just told them, just keep chopping away at it, keep chopping away, and we're going to get this thing turned around.